Didn't think we make it. Now they break their neck just to look at me. Remember when I called you and you didn't fall through? Now you hate yourself, you can look at me, look at me. You hate me.
And what up? What's good with y'all? Alright, so what are we getting into today? We finally got parts that have arrived for the E30. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of test fitting. You can see right there, that big box, that is the Widebody kit. So I'm gonna be trying to make something happen. I need to do some test fitting, see how this works out. But before we even get into any of the Widebody stuff, I need to go take the wheels down and get the tires and stuff mounted. That way we can get the E30 down on the ground. So that is gonna be the first line of business for today, is to get this thing on the ground, wheels all mounted up, and then we'll start playing with the Widebody just to see how wide can we go and everything. You guys know the wheels that I have. I bought these basically as a little test fitter to start mocking up stuff, to figure out the offset and everything that we're gonna be needing to make this Widebody work. And that's even if the Widebody even looks good on here, like how I'm envisioning it, then yeah, but we'll see. We gotta see how everything turns out. But first and foremost, since we got the truck back finally, we can go load the wheels up and we can be on our way to getting these wheels mounted real fast. So here are our new wheels and tires right here. So these Johns are gonna be going on the E30. So after today, we should have this thing fully on the ground. But yeah, we got the Turborado back, baby. Alright, so we're just getting back. Tires all mounted. So let's get these things on the E30. Alright, so I do have new lug nuts for this thing. Just gotta find them. Alright, so we're gonna get this thing lowered up shortly, but one thing I do see is you can look at the front wheel and you can see it's kind of like back. So I need to figure out how to get more caster out of this thing, that way we can pull the wheel forward. So I just need to look, see who makes an E30 caster kit, or how these cars are designed to gain more caster, because it definitely needs some more caster in the front right here, that way it doesn't hit the side skirt. And you can see like it is back a little bit. It's probably the same thing on the other side. Yeah, this side isn't that bad. Other side's a little bit further back, but that's literally all caster adjustment. I don't know how the suspension is designed on here, so I don't know if you have to gain caster with tension rods. I don't know if they have like bolts that adjust caster on the rack. So I really just need to look and see. I haven't even looked under this thing yet, but I can already tell we're gonna need a little bit more caster to get the 18s to fit, which isn't a big deal, but regardless, I'm gonna have to get the suspension dialed in anyway. So anywho, let's get this thing off the jack stands, get it lowered, see how much we're poking out, and then I'll go inside, grab the wide body, and test fit it up to see where we at. All right, so with the E30 on the ground, you can see fitment is pretty tight. I could honestly get away without even having to put the other wide body on, but I really want to do the other wide body, so this would probably just need to be cambered a smudget. You can see it's kind of touching there, but main concern is the caster. We're tight back here. There's no way that's gonna work without pulling this thing forward, getting more caster out of it. So it definitely needs some caster. So I'm gonna look tonight, see who makes a caster kit for this thing, that way I can get a caster kit on, get this forward. But the rear fitment is, boy, the rear doesn't need anything. It looks like it's clearing. I can see right there, it's not touching. So if I really wanted to, I could actually pinch the over fenders in a little bit right here, and it'll get this thing to bow out more, and it'll be perfect. I wouldn't even have to run the other wide body kit, but I'm gonna still get the other wide body, see how it sits up on here, just to get an idea where we at. And you guys know I already have flares for the back, so I have the flares if I want to add the flares on and mold those in instead of chopping it up, doing a square wide body kit. Yeah, see, this side definitely needs more camber, but fitment is pretty aggressive. I could honestly make this work if I wanted to. Look at that. That's not bad at all. That'll be hella easy to fit as it sits right now. Wouldn't even have to camber it really. I would just literally readjust the over fender, squeeze it together. It'll bow out the arch right here, and that would need to happen to get these to fit. But it's hard to say. Let me go get this. Let's go get the wide body kit and see how it looks. I haven't even opened it or anything yet, so let's try that real fast. All right, here we go. Here's the wide body. And show you guys kind of like what I want to do. So this will be kind of like the idea. See, follow that same body line right there. Get that lined up with this one. And then essentially something along this line. Wide body on my wide body. And then when you look at it right here, you can see once the wide body would be on, all this would be like perfectly lined up with the lip of the wheel right here. So all this will get chopped out and radiused out to basically support 18s. That would kind of be that would be for sure the official plan. Something like that. And then as far as like down here where the side skirt meets up, I would just chop it right there at that body line right here, either here or up here, because the side skirt goes right there. Let's see, I'm gonna play around with it for a second. I'm gonna test out these rears too. All right, let's take these rears completely off and see what we got under here. I don't even know what it looks like under this wide body. I don't know how much was chopped or what. So this will be my first time seeing what's under here. Alright, so the cool thing is the body is under here, or the body under here is straight, and it looks like they didn't hack it up like crazy. So I'll probably end up seam sealing this up, or just having it weld once we do all the body work. But yeah, under the over fenders ain't bad. I'll probably even chop up a little higher. Alright, so this is how it's just sitting up there kind of taped. The rears are definitely gonna need some tweaking. I still need to cut. I gotta cut this piece off down there. I'll probably keep the rear part where it goes over the bumper. But it's kind of, I guess you can see kind of like the idea on what I'd be going for. So I would have to chop the original over fender out right here, or just get some stock fenders. But I really want to make these up to the over fenders, that way they're wider. The front looks really good, but like I said, what's making it look funny right here is this part. It would have to be cut right where the side skirt goes, that way it doesn't bow out. Same thing right here, where you see this lump thing right here. Factory moldings would be, I'd probably cut that right under that or right above it to get it to sit flush with the side skirt. But this is kind of like something kind of like along the lines is what it would look like, but the rears are all funky, and I would need a lot more offset in the rear to make that work. Alright, so now that we got that chopped, now y'all can see what would have to be radiused out from the old fender. I mean, still a little bit would have to be trimmed out to get this like straight, but honestly I might cut it at this trim because I think I'm gonna have the trim all flushed up. And the reason why I'm not tripping off the cut being perfect is because if I cut up a little bit more, the over fender still has to be molded into the other over fender, so it's not a big deal right now. And then for over here, look at that. Ooh, that eyeball cut. Perfect, bruh. We would need a lot more wheel. Man, look at that cut though. That eyeball. This will also have to go up to meet the body line right there. Still good. All right, I'm about to play with this for a little bit off the camera. That way I can, because I gotta take Granny to the doctor at 2, so I want to trim this up and get it fitted how I'm gonna want it to sit, and then I'll be back with y'all to kind of show y'all where it's at. I don't want to run out of time before, or I want to kind of get this done before I have to take her to her doctor's appointment. All right, so just put the original wide body back on. I actually got a lot of pictures and stuff. So sit there, look at it, just play with ideas and figure out how I want to do this. But also, before I had bought the Widebody kit, I had bought these flares because the original plan was I was going to give the rears a bigger arch to match up with the front. So I do have these that I could just mold in still, but I'm thinking the Widebody idea looks pretty good. I don't know how I feel about chopping up these click tuning front fenders. Maybe I'll try to find some OEM stock fenders and put those other ones on. That way I'm not chopping up freaking these fenders, because these are expensive, man. It's an original clicks tuning kit, so we'll see. Like, this doesn't look bad. I just want something different, something more aggressive. And I think with the square Widebody, I think it looked really good. So I think we might be onto something. I want to do it with the clicks tuning kit. Like, I want to do a mix match kit that works. Like, I want to follow the boxy theme on this. I know a lot of people that do the Pandem kit, they usually just do like the full Pandem. Nobody tries to mix it up and modify it. So that's my plan, is to modify the Pandem over fenders to work with the squareness of this body kit. I'm literally, you can see my chair, man. Like, I literally put the kit on. I was sitting right here for a minute, just sitting here at this angle, just looking. Like, this is how I do every single car. I've always done this. I'll put stuff on and I just start brainstorming in my head like how I want things. So once I figure out exactly how it is and 100% on what I have for the idea, then I could take it to Jesse, have him mold everything, and just start shaping my vision into existence. But for now, just got to brainstorm and figure out exactly what I want to come up with. But I'm gonna try this on for shits and giggles and just to see how it looks. Like, I wouldn't mind having a double flared or whatever. I think that would be clean, but I really like E30s with the boxy kit. So, and this is what the flare would look like. Obviously, if we did this, it would be molded in, so you wouldn't see none of this. It'll probably get cut about right here, right at the gas line. Just picture it all molded in, hard cut line, exactly like how you have right here. Alright, so I just got done doing my final kind of like trimming, and now I have the fenders on with the over fenders, and this is kind of the idea of what it would be like. I got everything kind of straight, and then once this gets mounted, I noticed what I'm gonna have to do is, we're not gonna be able to mount up here. We're probably gonna have to chop this, because I want to push this in more to get it like that. I kind of want to take some of the offset out of it, that way I get it closer to the wheel. And then what I'll probably do is drop this thing about 1 inch, and then put a wider tire on there. Probably do like a 265/40, bump the sidewall up from the 35, and I think that would fill us in without having it hella dumped. Because right now you can see we'd have a pretty big margin, and we'd have to literally drop this thing probably like 2 inches, which I don't want to do. But here y'all go. I think we can get away with this. But anywho, I need to go grab Granny. We're about to go head to our doctor's appointment real quick, and then we'll be back shortly. But I think this is gonna be the vibe right here. This shit looks sick as fuck. All right, so I'm waiting for Granny to get out the bathroom, and then I'm about to take her to her doctor's appointment. But real quick, let me know which side y'all like. Y'all like this side with the squared wide body, or do you like the flared side? Happy to be back in the truck and not some little tiny car you gotta fall into? Can you climb up there?
I don't know.
There you go. So Grim's just finished up her doctor's appointment, and we're about to get some food real fast, and then we're gonna be back to the hut. About to smack on some seafood, some red lobster. You know what I'm saying? You about to get some red lobster, Granny? That's what you're getting? You gonna get some lobster, some shrimp, some scallops, huh? You want some scallops, Granny? You know, you don't want no scallops? Oh, you over there fighting with that window. I see.
Yeah.
Come on, get that window, Granny. Spin that thing. Spin it.
It's hard.
Just spin it a little faster. All right there. You can, oh, come on, it's cracked. You gotta keep going, Granny. You don't want to leave it cracked. You want to go all the way up. Spin it all the way. Get it to the tippy top, Granny. Come on, spin it.
Let some air in here.
All right, to make you feel better, I'll crack my side too. There you go, twinsies. All right, man. So a few hours went by. I'm actually about to come back out here, mess with this thing a little bit. I did get a new wing from it. I got a new wing for here. It's like kind of like the same wing, but a little bit more aggressive. So I'm gonna throw that on. Also need to swap the wheel on Nita's car because I went and got a replacement tire. But just a heads up, obviously if you got an E30, you already know you have to get the wing that has like the little freaking flap on it. I think it's like the Evo style wing. So that one is on the way, but I do want to try this other wing that I have on. But we do plan on running the bigger Evo wing with the little whoop 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 wop wop thing on there. It's just like you have to. If you got a BMW, you have to. Like an E30, like that's probably the best looking wing that goes on there. Obviously it's gonna make it look like a little shopping cart, but I like it. So it's gonna be my one racer mod that I get to do on the E30. Come on, babe, mama, come on. Somebody in the comments said, it was like, oh, I see Nita, I was about to say she getting chunky, but I forgot she was pregnant.
Wow. Sad.
She's my baby mama.
You see me where?
The last video, or 2 videos ago. What do you think of this? This Widebody?
Looks okay.
I mean, it's not done. It needs to be molded. You don't like
Yeah.
it. That was that. You don't like it. It's okay.
Well, if it's molded, maybe. It just looks like it looks funny because it's.
Nah, this is gonna get cut out. This is gonna get all molded in, and then the rears are gonna get molded into the wide body back there. Maybe, I don't know. Go look at the other side. What side you like better? Like,
I like this side.
you like this side because it's done.
Probably.
All right, so this is the little wing that we had on there, and this is the new one. See, it is wider or sticks out further. Looks cool, looks cool. All right, let's get your car jacked up. All right, so we got her car back on all matching wheels. E30's back on the ground. So yeah, y'all already know the plan. Kids right here. So we're just gonna wrap this up and call this a day.
I've been going too crazy, these niggas too shady. Speed limit 65, I'm about to do 80. Fuck the niggas hating on. I've been on the come up, you can go to speed